Okay, Milliger fans, we are so excited. We are your garden girls, and we have a brand new workshop.
Well, we're pretty excited to be talking specifically about hummingbirds.
And this is our workshop called Summer for Hummers. And it's going to be...
There's a lot of noise in the background.
But we're mic'd. We're mic'd.
Yeah.
We got a mic. It doesn't matter. This is a great workshop because, you know, what's the number one question when people are coming in and they're looking for plants?
Well, they say, what do you have for butterflies? What do you have for hummingbirds? And there's so many plants, but we've decided to choose the top 5. And that's why this workshop consists of 5 plants.
Well, and then that's super easy too. It's not too overwhelming. 5 plants, I think that's a great option. And they have like 4 different containers to choose from, okay? So if you want it to be a hanging basket, we have that as a great option for you. It's a nice decorative, the metal with the coir or the coconut liner. And this is also the other hanging basket option.
It has a little fleur-de-lis wire.
And then this is the container. So if you want it to be as a container, this is this option. And then this is the other option. So you got 4 of them here to choose from. And so you can decide what you want to do, but all of them will take those 5 plants. And do you want to talk about maybe some of the selections or some things that we think are going to, well, first of all, when you're looking for a hummingbird plant, what are we looking for?
Well, we're looking for a long tubular plant, but the crazy thing is, and we think of ones with, you know, like something like this or a
Here, I'll bring
petunia,
this
which, okay. However, it seems that hummingbirds will, once they visit your yard and they like it, they will flit around from one plant to another. So, but we have chosen that, for instance, this lantana has open flat flowers, but lantana is in the top 3 choices. So that's why we're picking all of these. Things that we know from experience will definitely get the hummingbirds coming your way.
So one key thing is that hummingbirds are very active, right? They're moving around, like you said, they're
Flitting, yeah.
They're flitting around, and they're burning lots of They're burning lots of calories at the same time. So they're looking for basically a buffet, a smorgasbord of flowers. And so the more flowers we have for them to be able to go and get the nectar from, the better the results. And that's why, I mean, like something like the lantana is super attractive to them because of all those little umbels.
Okay, so we're going to start, well, Kara's going to do the tub, and I'm going to do the basket. But they have the same 5 plants. And when you get here, we're going to turn you loose in the specialty house for these plants. Well, maybe
we won't. I don't think we should do that.
Okay.
We'll have them on a cart.
All right, we will have well, pre-selected on a cart, but you can choose a color range, okay? So if we have a lantana, there's like 5 or 6 colors. You can make your selection. Same thing with the petunias and so on.
And the calabricoa, lots of great options there. So you can create your own color story, but we're selecting and really our recommendations of the different families. So the petunias are great. And when people tell me they don't have luck with petunias, I think the number one issue is that they are heavy feeders. So they need to, everybody likes to eat. I just ate lunch and I'm already thinking about dinner. So I love to eat, your plants like to eat, and so we want to make sure that they are fertilized because here at Milliger's they're on what's called a constant feed. So we want to make sure that they're being fed, but all of these new hybridizations of the supertunias, they don't get leggy. They're not problematic. So you're going to be very successful with these.
Not only that, but they do not need deadheading. When you think of what it used to be in your grandma's garden and all the sticky stuff that you were picking off, that doesn't happen anymore. They are self-cleaning. So it's not the same petunia that it was years ago. Well, let's get started.
Okay, all right. So are we going to do our kufiyas?
We're going to do the kufiyas first. And there are 5 or 6 different kinds.
This one's called Sweet Talk Red, and hummingbirds are attracted to that red color.
And this is Vermillionaire, and it's a beautiful orange. In the old days, it used to be called cigar plant because they look like little lit cigars. So we're going to put that in the center because that's probably going to be our tallest plant.
Now, we each have different salvias, and it just depends on the type of container that you're using. So I'm using one called Black and Bloom, which is going to have more height to it. So you wouldn't want to use that in the basket, but you're using...
Hummingbird Falls. Isn't that cute? Okay.
Perfect.
So this is the name Falls suggests. It's going to kind of tumble over the edge. So this is considered a trailing salvia, and we'll put that in here. So this is going to be the darkest blue imaginable. It's kind of like navy blue.
And mine is not blooming yet, so some, you know, because it's just not at the height, but this is what it's going to be like. So it's called Black and Bloom. It has that beautiful blue flower with a dark contrast. And then my mom's also has a very pretty blue flower. But for me, in our garden, when we're trying to attract hummingbirds, we'll do a container just of all salvia, and they just go nuts. All right, petunias.
Right, and so I think that we have a dark color here, and we're probably going to, since we have 4 around and 1 in the center, we'll put the other dark color on the other side.
I will do the same.
This happens to be Royal Magenta. It's in the Supertunia family. And we want to put this all the way down to the bottom of the container and then just let it spill over the edge.
So you want to make sure with all containers, all baskets, that you're always planting level to the container itself. And when you remove any plants out of the pot, we don't ever want to just rip them out of there. We just kind of tip them over, cradle them in your hand like this, and then just give them a little squeeze. And these will pop right out. No requirement to score the roots or anything like that. They're annuals, they're young, and they're tender. It should be very easy. So right now we're doing the lantana. We talked about that a little bit, and there's lots of colors. That's probably one of the largest plant selections that we have.
So again, no deadheading whatsoever with this. This is a low maintenance plant, low maintenance basket. We want to be sure that we let it kind of spill out already, so it's heading out of the basket.
And then this is the Calabricoa or Million Bells. So again, lots of great color options here. Just depends on how you're planning your container, but I just love, I mean, and everybody's different. Maybe you want to do something that's more monochromatic, but I think summer is such a great celebration of color. So we're incorporating some beautiful reds, pinks, magentas, purples.
Well, I love this one. It has a real burgundy throat, and it has yellow way down in the bottom. I think the hummingbirds are really going to go after it. So you see, we only have 5 plants, but we're totally full already.
Yeah, that's going to be beautiful.
And I would suggest, so that you know what you had the following year, I'll take all 5 labels and just put them all together in one corner, or else put it in a baggie and
or take a picture
take
of them.
home.
You know, some people will come back and they'll say, "I love what I had," and we're like, "Oh, what was it? I can't remember."
Oh, it had green leaves.
Really pretty flowers. So it's super helpful to take a picture, or like my mom said, put them all together as one, and you will be all good to go. Again, we recommend with that regular consistent watering, and that Algo Plus fertilizer is our favorite. When you come, all of our workshops include wine just to help to get those creative juices flowing. So when you come in, we'll check you in, and then you can have a glass of wine, you can walk around. It's always such a beautiful night in the greenhouse. It's one of my favorite times.
Sure, and we're, if you decided to take this home, you could take it home right away. Next week the temperatures are looking really good. However, we're certainly willing to, as you can see, all the baskets behind us, we're about 800 baskets that have been done by other people just like you. Some of them first timers, sometimes they're veterans and they've been doing it forever.
Yes, they are.
So it's a fun night, no matter whether you're novice, because we can teach you, and we'd be happy to do that.
Yeah, sounds great. Well, if you're looking forward to having hummingbirds in your yard, be sure to sign up for this class. We're super excited. It's a brand new one for us, and I think this looks, I mean, it's instantly fantastic,
Yeah.
so that's great. All right, we'll see you soon, guys.